So what is the difference between limbic retraining and nervous system regulation? Well, limbic retraining can be a part of nervous system regulation, and this is especially true for people who have a history of chronic illness. Thinking back to high school psychology, you may have heard of this dude named Pavlov, but he trained dogs to drool by feeding them and ringing a bell. Feeding them and ringing a bell. Eventually, the dogs would drool when they heard the bell without the presence of the stimuli, aka the food. This is limbic retraining. When you have chronic illness, because you feel like crap all the time, you start hearing bells that actually don't mean anything. A really accessible example would be if you've ever eaten delicious food and then shortly after gotten like a stomach flu and then you never wanted to eat that food again. That's an example of limbic retraining. Your body has learned that that food was unsafe, even if that food wasn't actually what made you sick. Limbic retraining is the process of rewiring your brain so that you don't associate those non-threatening stimuli with your symptoms. On the other hand, nervous system regulation is the process of making your body safe. This happens in two parts. The first part actually making your body safer. So whether that's removing internal stimuli, so if that is chronic inflammation or you have chronic infection, parasites, Lyme disease, whatever it is, or external, so getting out of bad air or making sure you're not feeding yourself inflammatory foods all of the time. That's step one. And step two is convincing your mind that it's safe again. And that's where limbic retraining can be super helpful, but there are other tools you can use as well. And this is why for a lot of people, especially people who have chronic illness and they've tried limbic retraining in the past and it never stuck, that's because they didn't actually make their body safe. They were trying to convince their mind they were safer, but their body actually wasn't. They didn't remove the root cause of what was causing their bodies to feel unsafe in the first place. Think of it like this. If you take 10 shots of vodka and then get pulled over while driving, you might be able to convince the cop that you're not drunk. And that would be limbic retraining. But it would be so much easier to do if you didn't take the 10 shots of vodka in the first place. And that is nervous system regulation. I hope that helps.